look live. There we go, and we're live. Okay. Beautiful. All right, and we're gaming. Hello, folks. I didn't even see all of it yet. It was I caught like a Twitter sidebar kind of thing, and I was like my eyes wide, and then I was like I don't have time for this today. Oh. Okay. Welcome, though. Hopefully you're doing all right. Yeah, it did not look pretty today. I saw the initial Doki Bird statement and I was like, bro. Yeah. Agreed. It is time to be a lawyer after I make tea. Look at this. We're on time twice in a row. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Let's see. Okay. I had to redo the green screen again today. We have a little bit less of the green aura today, I believe. Okay, back in a sec. Getting tea. All right, folks, tea obtained. Let's go. Give me just 1 second to do one thing. Oops, got my phone in actually. Go back one more time. What's up, big It's a mint. Well, the tea. The tea. We'll get to the tea in a second, but this is mint tea. Did y'all know that, like, mint tea is just mint? Blew my mind. I found this out, like, I don't know, a couple of years ago. Which is, like, kind of, embarrassingly late for a few. But, like, I didn't realize this. You know, it's very easy to just get tea bags, right? And you go, okay. I'll get myself some tea bags. Who knows what's in mint tea? I don't know. I thought it had to have been like, surely it had to have been like processed somehow to be different than just mint. But you can literally just buy a bag of mint and put it in tea. Or just like in hot water. That's it. We have mint tea. You can go on Amazon and buy like a literal pound bag of mint tea that will last you for like a year of mint tea. And it's like $10. And what's ordering a mint tea costs you at a cafe? Like $3. Obviously the quality of the mints can change, but like, that is funny to me. I guess that's the tea today. The tea today is, mint tea is really good and very inexpensive. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I gotta get my story straight. The tea today is that I saw I think it was, who was it from? Some like gaming outlet article saying like, hey, Honkai Star Rail new content is actually extremely good content, but it has the problem that all live service games has where you can't actually play it. Which I think is a very interesting observation. Like, maybe. It would be easier green screen wise. Like, look at this. I do this. You can't see the green aura, really. You can see a little bit of green aura, but it goes much, like it's the frizziness that is the problem. I don't think so. I'm honestly loving the long hair. So I got my new laptop today. That was exciting. It is a gamer laptop, unfortunately, but you know how these things go. Hold on, let's see. Let's actually make one more quick check, and then we're good to go. Hopefully I'll be doing well. Everybody keep in mind, like I said, I do want to do some more anime content soon. Once I get through this trip this weekend, we'll have more time to devote to content. Next season, we're getting like the shonen singularity, which is a little concerning for, one's mental health. Unless you want that, in which case, hey, please enjoy the shonen singularity. No, that's devastating, Michaels. I'm like not joking, by the way. Like, I'll just pull it up real quick. It's comical. Name a shonen. It's airing next season. Next season, we have Konosuba returning, Mushoku Tensei, Tensura, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Kaiju number 8, the Blue Lock movie. There was something else that I thought I had seen. That's surely plenty to prove my point. What is this? A regular Magic High School Season 3. It just keeps coming. In better news, Yuru Camp Season 3, Dead Demons starts. Bocchi the Rock compilation movie #1 of 2. Oh, there's also going to be Mission Yazakura Family, which was like fine. Another Shonen Jump property. What is this? This is a gamers? No, we're not doing gamers promotions. Spice Wolf's coming back next season. There's going to be a Code Geass thing. I'm very nervous about that. That cannot involve. Black Butler's coming back for some reason in the current year. Few good original looking ones. There's going to be a Blue Archives show. So that's happening. It just keeps happening. There's like 2 golf shows. It's crazy. They're doing 2 movies. I saw recently there's a second compilation movie. I don't know. Are they just doing the season twice? I don't get it. Like, in fairness, if you told me like Essel, they're screening Bocchi the Rock in the theater as like a series, I'd be like, yeah, I'm about that. So I guess, you know, in that sense. But I don't know. Anyway, so we're having the Shonen Singularity next season. Please stay safe out there. Will I cover it? I don't know. I'm so tired. Hello, Ozzy. I'm so tired of My Hero Academia. I'm so tired. Will I keep watching it? Probably. It's, you know, it's not that hard to keep watching it. I will vouch for 1 season of Kaiju number 8, probably. If the production's good, that'll be fun for like a season. Don't delve too deep. It's not that worth it, I don't think. Am I like too? Oh, that helped a little bit, I think. Is my head going away? Is that better? That helps. Who knows? Who can say really? Demon Slayer, I'm also tired of. That's what I'm thinking increasingly. They're just gonna play the Bocchi the Rock episodes in order, which, like, I don't know. That's fair. I'm okay with that. To some degree, at least. Yeah, I have read the next season's worth of My Hero. He almost cooked. He was so close to cooking. He almost cooked, but I don't think he cooked at the end of the day. I have not read the upcoming Demon Slayer portion. Find out. Anyway. Hopefully all doing well. Instead, watch Dungeon Meshi. It's very good. One second. I got you, Ozzy. Good luck hanging in there. The good news is, you know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. The time is limited. In fairness, Wavels, I have never seen an anime recap movie, like a compilation movie, because I watched the third Made in Abyss movie, but I didn't watch the first 2, so I don't know what those were like. There could be new. I know, like, recap episodes of anime. There's often like bonus, like, voiceover. Maybe it's bonus voiceover. I don't know. All I'm waiting for is that at one of the movies they'll be announcing Bocchi season 2. That has to be the case. So, looking forward to that, right? There's no shot they don't announce season 2. So, got it on lock. All right, let's go. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, Ozzy. Seasonal work has its ups and downs, but if you can actually float through, good stuff. Alright, let's do it. Hello folks of YouTube and Essel, and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, the Trilogy version 2024. Let's go. It's the time for the trial. It's time for the trial. Let's go. We're in court. The Bocchi the Rock movie will have an extended 15-minute scene of Ryo Yamada eating grass in a field. I think so. I've heard that as well. Alright, here we go. Huh? Mr. Race not here today? He said his old foot injury was acting up. Okay. Is the least prepared MC has been up for trial? I think so. We have nothing. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. Yeah, he smiled when he said UBB is fine as long as you're there, Trucy. Yes, fine, we'll be fine. We have literally nothing. We have no alibi. Our client said he did it. We've got nothing. Here comes justice. I started my voice training at 5 this morning because I'm the god of voice acting. Ooh, do some now. I want to see. Or here. Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice and I'm fine. That sounds more like a self-mantra than voice training. I'm fine, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. Yo, what's up? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Not really. Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in here. See, this is me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's and keep it real until they spend some hard time. Can't keep it real until they spend some hard time with a pen. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. My worst fears realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. I understand what Code Lyoko is. Regrettably, not the reference. Gavin is here, okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, head judge. Oh, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother. Long time no see, Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know, a little band I started in my free time? The thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans and 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? I see, to be honest, I was a little concerned. I fear that you might have still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, Herr Judge. I wouldn't miss this day in court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother? I do appreciate that they didn't like aggressively fake Germanify his dialogue, because they could have done that. Like this is a time period where you could have had every other word start with a V, and they didn't, and I'm pleased. I don't have to read that tonight. It was worth canceling a show or two. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. Before that, I was thinking. Let's see if we can get this. Is the air in this court not a bit serious? It is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Achtung, baby. Today we play it my way. Folks, Ace Attorney. Music's good. What's that noise? Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down to prosecuting. He's so right about that. This is crazy. The victim, Pal Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. Do we not have Pepe D enabled? Really? Oh, I think 7TV is not working. Huh. Fascinating. Anyway. He really said this corner wasn't Ace Attorney enough. I agree. Cloudier's fun so far. The scene, People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world's a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe you will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone ahead of justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. 9, not yet. First, there's a little matter to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment? He's the Guilty Gear character, I've decided. I swear I could see the guitar for a second. The animation's crazy. There's so many frames. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Hair Judge. Why'd the little punk do it? Why'd he kill the director of the Maractus Club? Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain that. Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. What? Oh my god. What is right? They always say that on stage you hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Do they say that? Where did they... Does anybody know where they say... Do they say that? Sounds like he got you good up, Ollie. Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motive in the crime. So, you son of the defendant, a walkie, are you? I ain't your son, old man. You step to a Kataki, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you best be prepared to step into jail. Gotta hand it to him, Walkie sure has guts. Not his guts I'm worried about, though. Well then, the court will now hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. God, his sprites. I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another jock to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's not just pad that night, you know what I'm saying? You're saying you were one of the victim's patients? A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. I tell you one thing, that doc was whack. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all this. True dat. A client is their own worst enemy. Even more true in his attorney than in real life, even, perhaps. The doctor was a quacker. That's fair enough, from what I've heard. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack, and isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, pointy locks? Who do you think you are? Your lawyer? Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. By someone, you mean... wasn't anyone with a score to settle with this doctor? Besides you, I mean. You better ask someone else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind, did what had to be done. Straight gangsta style. Uh-huh. But why were you so mad at this doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man. So you were a patient at the Maractus Club half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run with the Rabalas family. That's when I pulled the jack move. Oh. And ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time. By yourself. Hey, it was more than a match for those guys. When Apollo does a sweating animation, the brown part of his vest is like a ponytail. We'll keep an eye out for this. Yeah, middle school, big walkie territory. So you were carried to the Maractus clinic from there? Apparently he was shot in the heart. What? Shot in the heart and he's still alive? I can catch bullets between my teeth on stage. But I never learned how to catch them with my heart. The bullet stopped just short of my thumper, you know what I'm saying? I would have been golden run for that whack dog. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. And so as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it, Holmes. And he just lets me go without a word. See you later, bye. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. It sounds as though the doctor wished to hide his mistake. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me. So this bullet is still... You know it. You still feel it. Right there in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or some to that effect. Instead of this from one of our hit singles. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Word, J-Man. We're no acting, that's for shizzle. It seems that there were issues with this doctor. Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. Oh, like here, Waffles? Or here? Here I can, yeah, that does look like part of his hair, yeah. On the right side. On the left. Oh, I can kind of see it. Honestly, I'm seeing this more from my perspective, but I can kind of see it. Turn up, Apollo. Back straight. But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family checkup? That was the wackest thing of all. Us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, bizoy. Yeah. A relief to hear. Oh, what's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart is not intended to immediately. It could kill you. What? Yes, Herr Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you, knowledge that could have saved your life. No way. That's whacked. There's proof. Your checkup report. Oh god. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. He's laughing? You're in court and you're laughing? Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started. Started? We've had enough of a warm-up act. Yeah, time to hear from the witness. Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Oops. Hello, witness. So, you will tell us your name and occupation. My name is Wesley Stickler. Oh my god. Okay, I must know the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to this notion of occupation, and once we have accepted this reality, we see that our confusion is not gestalt per se, but derives instead from the vagueness inherent in all representations of thought. By which he means to say that he is a student. Yes. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Not philosophy? Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in the pursuit of truth, honing my... Stickler, please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. The book close is really good. So the emphasizing using two at each of is designed to receive and interpret data, sending images in the form of signals to... Wait, wasn't it from IVU? Good question. That night I passed through the park on the way home from shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Was there anyone else in the park at that time? I can say, with 100% accuracy, that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. The court accepts this into evidence. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. First, let's, hold on, give me a second. Report filed June 14th. Metallic object found near heart. Urgent exam needed. Yes. And not in the cool Dr. Ratio way. Whoa, don't point that thing at me. Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. Magic guns, at least. The ones that pigeons come out of. Very reassuring. That was good. Okay. Yes, Your Honor. Trissy, why are you staring like that at the witness? That man, I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. What could this mean? One second. Okay. Oh, it's the thing from Blue Game. Great point. That night I passed the park on my way home from shopping when I saw them. The first one's not usually helpful. Why go through the park? A fascinating inquiry, revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Let's consider this time saved by passing the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I'm capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes, 24 seconds to complete one set. There go the time completed 2 on average is average 6 minutes, 46. However, the cases of the questions are in the verbal category. Admittedly, not my... That's enough. Enough. I get the idea. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish cross-examination sometime this month. Please, I've got a recording booked after this trial. I've got a show to perform. Gee, sorry you're all so busy. Were these men talking by any chance? Now that you mention it, they were, though I cannot claim I heard them clearly. Only fragments such as, you lied to me, oh, and I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, pal. It's just as our defendant claims. I believe he wished to teach the victim what it felt like to take a bullet in the heart. That's true, this is a vital piece of testimony. Sounds like you heard them clearly enough to me. Might I be allowed to amend my testimony? What now? To be precise, he did not say pal, but man. Yes, that was the way of it. I swear it on my diploma. What's the difference? This other man, who was he? How can you be so sure it was the defendant? The crime took place at night, so it would have been too dark. Perhaps I was remiss in not mentioning this earlier. Huh? You see, in class, I always sit in the very backmost seat. Do you know why? Who cares? Because I do not wish anyone to copy my perfect notes. And this relates to your testimony how? I mention this to illustrate that my predisposition to that which is perfect. It was dark, you say, yet there are lights in the park. If I say the defendant was in the park that night, then he was in the park that night. It is a hard, immutable fact. He sure is confident. He seems to be telling the truth, too. Ugh. Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same one just submitted as evidence? Am I sure? Surely you jest. Or so a common witness might be tempted to say. Huh? Yes, I am no common witness. I see not only events as they are, but the logical structure governing these events. first, we must consider the fact that it was night in the park. I was great by theologian doing this of the elimination. Now, if we consider that the pistol, let us call it object A, was indeed shrouded in darkness, it becomes difficult to say with certainty that object A was indeed object A. My badge for a normal witness. Folks, that's Ace Attorney for you. Yet the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon. A shot. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front, square in the forehead. Forehead. Fascinating. Are you absolutely certain only one shot was fired? Yes, of course it was one shot. Why do you ask? Aha, contradiction, finally. Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. A clear contradiction. Good eyes there, Justice. You're cool, real cool. Eh? You really think so? He's so genuine. Yet there is no reason why this other shot would have been fired that night. Meaning? This pistol came from the Kataki family mansion, yeah? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night. During, perhaps, another altercation? Ugh, he's got a point. Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had the answer ready before we even spotted the problem. He seems pretty confident in his testimony. We always make our biggest mistakes when we're at our most confident. Gotta be a point somewhere, Apollo. Find it. Great. Better give that testimony another listen. No, we don't need to give it another listen. We got it. Square in the forehead. Objection! Forehead, huh? Whew, that's all I think I have a chance. Is that you relaxing, I see here, Justice? Objection. Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. Apollo, pace yourself. Trial's not over yet. Right. Look at this. Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. The autopsy report, is there a problem with the autopsy reports? Right, a problem. Problem. Yes, the problem is the location of the entry wound. The location? You testified the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? I've already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It's quite simple. I first understand that when I say square, I speak not in geometrical absolute. What do I mean by this? For example, the deflection of a meteor is the wavelength of the light emitted by a krypton particle, as we all know. And in addition, it is a well-known fact that krypton particles are rare and invisible to the naked eye, which points to a basic fallacy in your line of reasoning, namely that, Mr. Justice, yes? Was your objection to these krypton particle things? This is the big time. You're obsessed with something so small. You disappoint me. No, I'm obsessed with something big. And there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. And do tell. Just look at the report. The location the entry wound was the right temple. Temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it? It is, right? Finally. Hair Justice. Oh, Hair Justice. Your tactics are outdated, trying to shake the winds up by objecting to trifles. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it? Look, I know the wound is in the wrong place according to the testimony. New York. Hey, hair forehead. Forehead? Yeah. Let us imagine you're walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, hair forehead? Well, I guess I would try to stop him. I'd probably shout, "Stop!" And you, Fraulein? Me? Oh, I'd probably scream, "Eek!" And you, Herr Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? Victim turned his head at the last moment. Ah, yes, thank you for jogging my memory. It sounds like an addendum to testimony is required. There we go. Oh god. Whole second page. Interesting. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two! I cried with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice, and a shot rang out. He's turning towards the camera, which means that would be his right temple. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. I see. So you attempted to stop the crime. Indeed, with composure. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. Doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. The witness, Mr. Stickler, was it? Stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature, and the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. If the killer were to have fired in just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple as in the report. That does seem to be the case. Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay. But first, I will stand. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. And we're back. Okay. So you saw a raised pistol. Weren't you frightened? It can be said we students of Ivy University know no fear. The moment I saw my pistol, the man of justice compelled me to take action. That was certainly brave of you. You might have gotten shot. Yeah? You certainly were lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly would have left the witness behind. He actually looks like he has no idea he was in danger. Regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. I cried with composure. Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice? They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park. And the victim responded to that clarion call. Quite. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time as the victim turned? Indeed. I would say about the same time, to be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for help. It can be said he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have time to take a single step. I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him. Don't say that too loud, Tracy, please. Whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to become frightened. Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly? You seem quite surprised, especially considering it was he who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology tangled up indeed. He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked, a common tale, but true. Unfortunately, before I could take further action... You didn't try to apprehend the criminal? It happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time. Doesn't something with that strike you as odd, Apollo? What? The killer's in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol, tossed it right away. According to the testimony, yes. In that case, I expect to find something we didn't find. Find something? Find what? I liked that conjuring. Kinda sad to see it go. Every time those of you who know what's going on in the story watch me do one of these cases. And I miss something. I'm so blind, etc. Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now? Okay. Okay. So my first thought was bullet casings. I think it's on this one. Fingerprints were wiped. I don't know about that, Chief. Unless Mr. Walkie, I mean, he could have just been wearing gloves, I guess, but I kind of want to call him on that. Objection! Wait a second. Another misleading request. Yet you're so beholden to your own mode of discourse, you can't see how it affects you. Come again? Wait a second, you say? A second? Are we intended just to wait that a single second, 1/60th of a minute? That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone to make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes, 30 seconds, then... Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor. Might understand that you are objecting to the length of a second? Yes, I mean, no, not here, just... Look at the pistol. In Minecraft. It doesn't have a single fingerprint on it. Common ploy made all the more common, I fear, with the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran. That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the fingerprints. The little girl sticking into the university student. There's a song in there. I'm not little. Now let's think like adults, shall we, Fraulein? Eh? What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves? I mean, I did pre-up gloves. Gotta admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo. Well, Mr. Justice, could the killer have been wearing gloves? No, because we have Walkie's prints on the knife? Is my first thought. I think, yeah. Record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of prints remained, which contradicts your testimony. Everything happened as you say it did. He wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. That may be, but does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murderous weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting this was the weapon he disposed of. That sounds solid to me. Well, Herr Forehead, any of your precious objections? What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work. You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say. Oh. Oh. What do you mean nothing to say? Isn't it obvious what the witness just said? Huh? Isn't what obvious? When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Waki drop a murderous weapon. But that's not being the same. That's not the same as being 100% sure of what Waki threw away. You're right. He's just confused because the pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet so wrong. Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. While it is indeed true that once I used the red love letter on blood that was seized by the teacher and posted on the blackboard for all to see, and for this the appellation poor maybe will be prefixed my name, yet it's the issue at hand. Bro. Bro. Bro, no trauma dumping in court, please. What we can say for certain is the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this? Well, if what he threw wasn't a pistol, then it had to be something else. At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking. Ugh. I'll wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. I don't think this is gonna work between Apollo and Gavin. You can call him pretty, but we don't have the same energy yet. This is look, Edgeworth and Nick hit it off from minute one, you can tell. Perhaps you can inform the court the nature of this something else, and what did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? Is that a sword? I saw one of those on the late night movie last night. Great, a sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's print on it. His prints? This singular evidence proves two important things. One, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. Two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. It's true, it's true. Childhood friends goes a long way. Indeed. Oh, hair forehead. You're forgetting two other things you've just proven. Huh? One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Waki Kitaki, and two, the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim. Oh. Indeed, but there's no knife wound, though. Never underestimate a Gavin's a lesson here. This court's of the opinion a witness is fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred, with less assuming, please. It is always the same with you people. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him, assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light? Assuming, yes, that's what I said, assuming. As if that were a probable situation at all. Yet here you are assuming that my assumption is no better. What? What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. Alright, part 3, here we go. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Okay. What is up with this line of questioning? Why didn't you chase the killer? He was, as you say, a killer. Of course, they could have run him down, yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. The testimony earlier now proved the defendant's presence at the scene, and do we not also now know there was no one else there? It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not? Does it not, Mr. Justice? I better find a way to take this testimony down quick. Alright, here we go. Okay, hold on. After 10 p.m. Keep that in mind. Hold it! Which way did the killer run? By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. That would mean he ran away from the Kitaki mansion. Aktun, don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once he was out of sight. Ugh. How do you know that's where I was going? Shadow, damn it. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. You are certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing. If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. Nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask on the lab room floor. Ooh, cool answer. Very cool. Huh. So nothing strange about how he acted. Trucy looks like she has something to say. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? It can be said that I've dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, a perfect syllogism. A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite, simply exquisite. He actually looks like he's gonna cry. Trucy's caught on something. I'm not sure I'm with her yet. Until the police entered the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Tell us in detail about these 10 minutes. I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. Is that all? No one came, nothing happened at all. I saw it all, which is to say, I saw nothing. It was late at night. It's not odd to think there'd be a few people around in the park. So he just stood there. Watching? Menacingly? Not much to go on there. Trucy, if you got something to say, by all means, say it. Ugh, I can't find a single problem with the testimony. I had enough at last, hair forehead. Maybe it's time to back off a bit? Nah, never back down. In the courtroom, never back down. Yo, what's up, couch? Good to see you, welcome in. Anybody could appear, even a couch. That almost sounds like Susian. No, you never back down. The defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin? Oh, let him play attorney till he's satisfied, I say. I will amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head. Very well. We continue the cross-examination. Okay. Let's head back in. He looks like you're doing a little bit of like a stickler sweep right now. Wait, like... Oh, we're... Okay, sorry. We are supposed to back down here. Thank you. Nothing cringe about having fun, couch. Here. Even better, we'll save. They won't let us, like, die anyway. If we die, they'll just reset it. Summerose have glamorous screws. We'd like to get back to you, hair forehead. Oh, no here as in we need to go repress the testimony? Or yes, or no as in yes? I know that's confusing. Yes as in repress the testimony? Or yes as in hit the yes button? Okay, yes, back off, okay. Ugh. There's nothing fishy about that at all. It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. No! Gavin's right, though. It seems we've come to the end of the line here. No, that can't be at all. Well, unfortunately, it seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, Hair Forehead? I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. This court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Walkie-Kitaki. Eek! What? Hello? Trucy? Wait, what? Nobody move. What's the meaning of this? Who are you? There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet. Wait, are you one of the Kitakis? The Kitakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? If you don't want to see me give the little girl pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Adjourn the court for 20 minutes. What? This court will not bow to pressure from the likes of... Here, Judge. I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Ugh. Recess 20 minutes, or I promise you, you will regret it. Wait! How did you speak so fast? Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo! I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man! To be continued. Oh my god. We're oh. Oh. Ooh, I like how specific these saves are. Okay. 11:17 a.m. Well, it's not even noon yet. Trucy! Trucy! You move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show. Trucy, you're okay. I thought... Crying, sobbing, bawling. Don't cry, Apollo. Those good-for-nothing gangsters. There are some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges. Wait, just calm down, Apollo. Or else... Oh! I was sitting here going like, is it Phoenix? Did they plan this for like a recess, for like a dramatic? Was it Gumshoe? Who'd they get to stand in? I'm like, it's probably not. I mean, it'd be weird if it was like, or it could have been the Kitakis and they were reading evidence. Trucy, what the hell? Surprised? Yes. This is my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat. You look marvelous, darling. He's a big hit on stage at the Wonder Bar. Yes, I'm a big hit. Haha. Well, what do you think? Do you like it? You mean you, Trucy? There's something you just don't do. I'm pressing charges. Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. This pout sprite is so powerful. It's you who's being threatened here. Huh? Know what you said to Waki's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son. But that testimony was rock solid. What do you think I do? Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will. Trucy, no more stage abductions, please. Trucy, right? Someone's your stand, Mr. Hat. I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness is confident, I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we got. You can see what he's feeling? Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times where there's a contradiction in this testimony. All the times. All the times there's a contradiction? Yes, I think I got it. I think I remember them, sure. There were 2 times that I made statements he wasn't confident in. And each time there was a contradiction. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Okay, left in the scene. He said the man tossed aside the pistol, but it turned out he wasn't sure, and sure enough, there was a contradiction. Well, that's true, but how does that help us? Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he was confident in, he displayed a certain habit. Oh, we're back to that. I forgot about this. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense and he fiddled with the corner of a page in his book. How am I supposed to see that? Well, I can see it. I also think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker. What? I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. Her stand, men with hats. It's true! I could see what his opponents were feeling. I thought this was Apollo's power. You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games? It's not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything, and I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all, but not good enough to go undefeated that long. Great, so he cheated. But what's it do for us? I don't believe this. You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony, perceive the truth. Watch a testimony, perceive the truth? No. Testimony, huh? The only thing I'm perceiving is I'm going to lose. Not true. Daddy said so. He said, you have the power, Apollo. Mr. Wright said that? Watch the testimony, perceive his true feelings. Is she serious? Time's up. Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo. What was that she said before the trial started? Huh. Mr. Wright's not here today? Yep. He smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy. Is this what he meant by us being fine? Because, wait, but didn't Apollo see in the first case? Well, method of the sign. She did avoid one guilty verdict already today. I'm not sure what this court would have made of. Get ready for justice. Let's do it. Apollo, you know, I'm starting to think I can do this. I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing. God. Try to cover Mr. Hat as best you can. I just flew over the coast and boy are my arms tired. Right. Yeah, we're reaching out to the truth. You know what's up. Okay. Court is now back in session. Right, we're fine. Ahem. I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice... Oh, you mean me? Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Right, him. Don't worry about him. I settled that. You settled that? Or, yes, it was an out-of-court settlement, right? Perhaps for all I would have us believing nothing more than a passing dream. Fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right? I think he's onto me. I wish he would stop being so cool. Let us dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Right. The defense would like to request another cross-examination, because I forgot to ask something. There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time. Understood, Your Honor. Don't forget Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. He's already fiddling with his book! I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Okay, so I thought he was doing that kind of at random. I guess not. Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot. Focus. If only it were that easy. We're gonna get a focus button, aren't we? My ears hear what he says. My eyes see his expression. Do I have something more? What other senses do I have? What's this? My bracelet? Oh. Yes. They really want to see the new highly animated sprites. What's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow. I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot. All this sounds crazy. But my bracelet is trying to tell me something. Forspoken? Is that you? Sorry. So you called immediately after witnessing the murder. The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them? Wait, Apollo. This has to be it. Wait, you mean his habit? Only time you ever had the book open was here. Which means this is the place he looked for his habit. I don't know how I know, but I know. You know what? My bracelet, it's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness. Your bracelet? I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you're talking about, Trilogy, but I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. Ooh! That's extremely DS UI. Push R to perceive! Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. You can press R to perceive. Look at that. Oh. Huge. That's such a... Like the little pop-up from top of the screen, that's aggressively DS. Whoa! What's going on? I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly, it's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else. Apollo? Trilogy, what's happening to me? This is what I meant by focusing. Focusing. In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does. That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out. So let me get this straight. I'm a new lawyer, and this witness is lying in his testimony, and I can see that my magic bracelet... yeah, that just happened. They perceive now? Yeah, they perceive now. Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with the page of his book. You got it. Right now, you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out. I'll bet they are. First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Tickler's hand. His hand? You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place. She's right, I can only see his face like this. Change my viewpoint. Oh, we can pan with the WASD. Perfect. Now you're really ready. Ready for what? Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch. Perceive... Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit. Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page. That's right. That's your signal to look closer to perceive with R. Yeah, that's something I do now. I solve murders, forge evidence, and badger witnesses. All while looking totally badass. Find his weak spot, and I guarantee you'll be able to give him the royal flush. Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter. I'm a magician, thank you very much. So, I have to pay attention to his words and his fingers? Don't worry, you missed it. You can always try again. Right, look out, nervous twitch. Here comes justice. What the? What? Okay. Wild.
Gotcha!
Ooh. What the? Ooh! We're sending him to the Shadow Realm! I saw it just now. I could see it. Mr. Justice, do you have something to say? All this banging of dust is quite bad for circulation, you know. Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your... What, you don't ask him that. Fiddle with the page of your book just now. The very moment you mentioned your cell phone. What are you talking about? I'm curious now about the cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask, what to ask. This man doesn't have a cell phone. Is what's occurring to me. This man does not have a cell phone. Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone. Why? Whatever for. Show me and you'll find out. Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see. You don't have it? Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone? Oh, I hadn't thought about that in a while. This does make sense, though. The stopwatch charm? Of course he would. Yo, where did you get that? That's the phone from yesterday. Look, a cell phone. How strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at this very moment? Wait a minute, what is the meaning of this? The cell phone was found yesterday in the Maractus Clinic garage. The Maractus? Why? That's where the victim lived! That's impossible. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police? It's true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That is why it can be said that I called the police on a public payphone. A payphone? So you didn't call on your cell phone after all? Now, where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler? Because that means that someone could have dropped in on the scene in the meantime. Well, it's indicated with a startling high degree of accuracy. Let's run around here. He was out of the park. That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie? There can be only one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone, because it was found in the victim's garage. What are you saying? Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. This cell phone tells all. Oh, this song is good. What song is this? But that's ridiculous. It makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime, as though I were trying to kill him. Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night. Well, yes, but no, this line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true. I lost my cell phone. Pressing Pursuit 07, okay. But you can't prove I lost it that night. Thank you. Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicions as to a connection with the crime. Now your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime. Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder? My cell phone? Me cell phone? So, I mean, if the car without the mirror, I'm going to present the mirror, I think. If the car without the mirror had been parked in the garage, it could not have left the garage after the point it was parked. Or, sorry, yes. If the phone is unbroken and beneath the wheel of the car, if the car had moved again, the phone would have been broken. Which means that it was placed there without the car moving, which means the car had been back there, which means that yeah. Yes. Of course I have evidence. Ooh, I like your swagger hair forehead. Hit it. I like clever. The court will see this evidence. Mr. Justice, hit it, as they say. The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder is... That's a side view mirror? As it so happens, Dr. Marax's car was in an accident. That took place the night of the murder. An accident? An accident. Happened a little after the 9 p.m. just outside People Park, our murder scene. Dr. Marax's car hit a pedestrian. What are you trying to say? From the absence of the mirror, it's clear the car was parked after the accident, which means it was parked there after 9 p.m. the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground right under the wheel. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder in the park. Mr. Stickler, you know what this means. You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Paul Maractus? No, stop. This is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecutor, say something. I suppose it's worth saying this. No connection has been found between Moses Stickler and Paul Maractus. That is other than this. I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I know that face. That's the face of guilt. Here we go. That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. Must have dropped my cell phone on my way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand. All was clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Yes, well, as you can see, my model of cell phone has a defect. It is given to rolling. It's quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. It looks like a normal cell phone to me. Can I get Mr. Justice cross-examination, please? That's funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during the testimony. His nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. It's like you're on your own this time around. Right. No problem, I hope. Here comes Justice. That's actually very fun mechanically. This gives them narratively, or I guess mechanically / narratively, ludonarrative kind of tool here, because it means that we don't always have to have perfect evidence for every bit of a case. We can have a more interesting narrative flow in the case because we have an out that is basically like a super press rather than pure evidence. Obviously, pure evidence is very satisfying. Like having a case unravel with everything being on the table before we get to the courtroom is very satisfying. But even with that, it was very rare, I think, in a Trilogy 1 to have that really be the case. It takes extraordinarily deft writing, and even when done, it's not always satisfying because you can kind of see it coming for too far out. Like having the tension of like, who knows what's going to happen in the courtroom is important too. Okay. Hold it. So you went shopping, which means you were holding a grocery bag when you witnessed the murder taking place. Well, yes, of course. Incidentally, the prosecution received no report of this domestic detail. Mr. Stickler, can you explain yourself? No, I mean, yes, I did go shopping, really. Exactly, yeah. Like, I think the idea of it like augmenting the pressing side of the mechanics is really cool. Because pressing so far just gives us more info, right? And this is giving us even more info with a mechanic involved. I think that's very clever. I walked around trying out the free samples. It's a deeply spiritual time for me. I'm sure the store clerks would disagree. Do you think sampling free food counts as a religion? So we should add this to the, what's his name? Have you ever danced the devil in the under a full moon? Jonathan Frakes? Yes. We should add this to the Beyond Belief reels. What's the tallest man you've ever seen? Do you think sampling free food counts as a religion? You all know what I'm talking about? Do we know what I'm talking about?
Have you ever walked out of...
Okay. Apparently he doesn't know. We'll just do this real quick. We won't mute the game, because we gotta keep going, but just real quick.
of a mall into a huge parking area? Have you ever walked out of a mall into a huge parking area and realized you've forgotten where you parked your car?
Ever gone mountain biking?
What do you want to be when you grow up? What's the right tip?
Have you called a plumber to your home lately?
Hold on, this is the audio is too distracting. Hold on. Hold on, this is important.
Superstitious are you?
How much money would it take to make you spend a night in a cemetery? Would you display this as a trophy? Do you have a pet? Do you have a sweet tooth? Do you believe in the power of a curse?
Have you had your hearing tested lately?
Planning a trip soon? Can you remember the tallest man you've ever seen?
Do you love to go a-wandering beneath a clear blue sky?
Have you noticed what big stars real estate agents have become? Are you careful with your personal records?
Does your computer ever seem to have a mind of its own? Have you ever visited a Chinatown section in a major city?
Have you ever visited a flea market? Have you ever visited a truck stop? Did you ever have a job as a waiter?
Have you noticed how many successful restaurants are theme-based these days?
Have you ever had the desire
But that one always kills me.
to write your initials in wet cement?
Have you ever noticed how many restaurants are theme-based these days? God. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, this is from a show. So we can add to this list. Do you think sampling free food counts as a religion? That's all. I think it's important. Anyway. In any case, that night, I sampled to my heart's content. I'm on my way back home, yes? I must have dropped myself on my back. This is Vsauce vibes. I mean, much prior to Vsauce. When did Beyond Belief air? I've never actually watched Beyond Belief. 97 to wait, what? They brought it back? Wait, what? They... Huh? Wait, I'm sorry. This is insane. We'll figure it out later. I'm sorry. Okay. Long pause. Why, yes, that's correct. We just filled in the blanks for him. That was a pretty suspicious pause there. Mr. Stickley, you think you could be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took on the night of the murder. Of course. The supermarket's here along the main road. On my way home from there, takes you past the Miraculous Clinic. This is probably when I dropped my cell phone. Yet, woe was I walked on unaware of my loss. And walked right into that fateful park. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. You get this in the record? No, okay. Shot, there you go. What entrance did you enter the park from? I mean, Frakes was... Yeah, Frakes was on the Star Trek. Well, to be exact, I want to confirm, but yeah. One might say that I went into the entrance closest to the Marcus Clinic. The same entrance our victim used. Did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance? I have no recollection of such a thing, no. Yet, though I might have missed the tracks, I could not miss what happened next. I am a keen observer of the obvious, you might say.
Hold it!
This part of the testimony is the key, I know it. The killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? Right now, the stand. I want to hear more about the stand right now. Do you happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, key observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said... noodle. Yes, that was it. For remembering something quite well, it took you a while to tell us. Thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Well, Mr. Justice? The profit sign. Could that be important? I think so. Yeah, he should not have been on that sign, on that side. So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Is this noodle stand's broth really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't match up to IVU's cafeteria. Someone applied to the school merely for a taste of our smart noodles. I wouldn't mind tasting that myself. It said noodle.
Hold it!
So the sign said noodle, you're absolutely sure. Let me be frank, yes. In fact, the word unsure isn't even in my dictionary, nor the word uncertain, or... We can time looking that stuff up. A noodle, eh? I like that. Tells you what you're getting. No nonsense. Shout out the judge. Tells me a lot more than that, actually. Why are you smelling that, Apollo? That means he's on the other side of the cart. And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle. Well, just last week my professor offered me this praise. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. It read without a doubt noodle. I see. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes? Well, let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing... here, was it? Although it could have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to take another look at the stand, and to be carefully read what the sign says. See? The sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldunes. Inconceivable. I'm certain it was definitely noodle, for sure. Positive. Afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign said noodle, and he saw it right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot where the sign would be read the way that Mr. Stickler claims? What? Mr. Justice, show us this spot. The witness actually would stand from this location. I don't know. Here?
Take that!
Let's go. On the opposite side. Yes, 3D rotation. How do you know that? I love how... one thing, I think over time, I'm increasingly, like, obsessed with, you know, games' place in time. And this game is such a DS game. It's incredible. And viewed from the south, The sign on the stand reads El Dunes, as we know. However, they were so happy they had 3D models to rotate in space. Observe the other side of the stand. Oh, this side says Noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between front and back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. Oh, you got me.
Objection!
So what? So what? What does it matter if you saw the killing from the north or the south side? The temple makes no difference at all. He's right, travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. I guess. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change? It changes everything, Apollo. Trucy? Remember his testimony from before? But to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. Oh, that's the good stuff. This is the mode 7 of the DS. The killer and the victim are facing each other here. And then at the moment the killer raises his weapon, just like unnecessary like 3D in a game that's not doing 3D is what I'm trying to say. Very much the mode 7 of the DS. Like, just like, oh, let's just do a little 3D scene for fun because we have 3D models right now. Isn't that crazy? The moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts, at which point the victim turns his head to look, and the killer fires his pistol. That's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. No contradictions, right? Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario. Completely. And Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction. The bullet would have to be hit his left temple. Yeah, for what it's worth, Couch, we certainly have an option right now where Waki's threatening Maractus with a knife from the front, and our boy Stickler here shoots him from the right, from the northern side into the right temple. In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible. That's right! So now we know that Mr. Stickler will stay on the northern side. The wound location takes on an entirely different meaning. Indeed, you are absolutely correct, Fraulein. What meaning? The injury is on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north. One step ahead of the game. North, but that's where the witness Wesley Stickler was standing. Correct. So if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself. Yo! Order, order, order! Wow, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. She's flipped this whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. I mean, I figured it out.
Objection!
Ooh. This is a good sprite. Clarify 1 point for me if you would, Air Forehead. What now? Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. I just can't picture him as the real killer. No, please look aside. I'm really a nice guy. All my friends say so. Let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you gonna do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? Accused of another crime goes crazy. Yeah, right now my theory is Rivala's gang framing Waki. That's where my head's at right now. I think it was meaningful they name dropped the Rivala's gang early, and Accusing of perjury? If that's the other crime, then yeah, I mean, this man has been perjuring left, right, and center. I mean, I want to accuse him of, like, breaking and entering. Because, like, there's no shot this man dropped his phone under the car wheel. I don't know what I do kind of want to say that as if we accuse him of another crime. I think that's very funny. I don't think he's the killer, but he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now. The word confession isn't in my dictionary. Herr Forehead, I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate Herr Stickler's silence. Mr. Justice, you did say you were accusing the witness of just now. For a crime other than murder, your reason? The court's all ears. Yeah. He's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder is there? But if evidence shows his involvement in some other crime? I really like the line, what crime other than murder is there? Your evidence, the court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. So what do we even have? So we have the cell phone. I want to present the cell phone. Shows evidence that points to the experience's involvement in a crime. I mean, like, there's just, I don't know. Something tells me this is one of those good silences. Something else to say, Mr. Justice? One more chance, please. Rip. By all means, but your effort wasn't wasted. Look, a brand new penalty. Okay. Rip. Oh, duh. Could he be the panty thief? He walks right by them. No. Can we back out now? Get on the path here. The evidence is this. What? Is that women's underwear? Hey, those are mine. Don't look at me like that! Wait. Do we have evidence connecting him to the panties yet? Order, order, order. Mr. Stickler, while I can't say this comes as a shock, it's not what it seems by Pythagoras' theorem, I swear it. On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase with the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Miraculous Clinic garage. Aha! Incidentally, these panties are found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Please hear me out, it's not what it looks like. Order, 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 Mr. Stickler. You should be ashamed. It's not what it... See? Oh, we haven't had one of these in a while. Man, these are always so good. The full breakdowns are fantastic. So, are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit your theft of this girl's undergarments? And perhaps you're not aware that my school's name was originally written IV. I stands for intelligent, V stands for valiant, C. Your point? I'm not done. No, I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we of the IVU science department are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting, and what greater challenge is science than a mystery?
Objection!
Come on, you're talking about a girl's panties here. No, you don't understand. A mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. Actually, IV stands for 4. That's true. And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are the promised land. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate. For science, full-size car tire was only the first mystery those panties revealed. A tire? Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled the tire out of those panties. That's not all. First there was the tire, then a stew pot, and a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic. Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience of the Wonder Bar. Huh? Someone's talking about my magic panties trick. I just don't understand. A broom for a pair of panties. It mocks the very laws of physics. A broom and a frozen chicken, Trizzy? What happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick? You say panties, they're so much more than that. I mean, they're an object for serious study. I wonder, there has been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all you? I am sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze, I thought maybe this would be the pair that would elucidate the mystery. Even as she chased me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps this is the night that I will seize the truth that lies within those panties. Yet woe was I. Once again, the lacy-eyed pattern truth slipped through my fingers. Still, there leaves one thing unexplained. Ah, you referred to our witness's other lie, yes? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact in the north. Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why I lied about that? Be my guest, Hair Forehead. Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea? Apollo. Something about the way the diagram's arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stick was standing, what isn't there a... Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Do you have any evidence to show where the witness lied about his location? Oh, they were in the trash can.
Take that!
The evidence that shows why he lied is this. Because yeah, that is the prosecutor, and he is making us prove our statements, basically. So he's egging us on because he's just aggressive in general. He's vibing, but he's aggressive. More panties? How many panties are you carrying in your pocket, Hair Forehead? These are the last honest. These are found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, we can see the trash can went right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't. Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties. So these panties are your handiwork as well? That night, I had been chased, hounded into the Miraculous Clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Did you see how I felt? Believe me, I'd rather not. I hid in the garage for a short while, then, abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there on a clothesline by a giant mansion. A giant pair of panties. Apparently he didn't know those women belonged to the mob. Had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home, when I stumbled upon a murder. Murder Dr. Maractus. I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me? That's when you dispose of the bloomers. Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne. A fascinating yet disturbing tale. True. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close. And I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of the trial. One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin. Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, that the defendant, Waki Kataki, was at the scene of the crime. And he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Waki Kataki has a clear motive. And indeed, the defendant, Waki Kataki, is still a prime suspect in this case. The only suspect, in fact, assuming there was on the scene at the time. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. Court requests further investigation from both the defense and prosecution. Yeah, baby. No problem. Very well, this brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned. To be continued. We're making progress, folks. It turns out if we start on time, we have to do more streaming. A very rare triple section evening. We didn't do those. We didn't do that before. Can you believe it? One second, sorry. Check one thing real quick. What a train wreck that was. Yeah, it's really nice. And I think they're about even on average, because like my memory in the trilogy was that we got it to be continued about every, I guess it was every like hour and a half. This has been about every hour so far. After the first segment, the investigation yesterday was like 2 hours plus. But I made it out of the trial alive. Really, I had fun. And walking into the day too. Everyone was too obsessed with panties about with the real case. But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly. Yeah. Oh my god. The amazing Mr. Howard making an appearance. Hi, folks. I'll be here all week. That's about enough of him. Hello? Oh, Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well. Oh, right. No problem. Do you think Waki will be okay? Well, he's not guilty yet. Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month. Oh, congratulations. Oh, way to put the pressure on the guy. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Are you sure about marrying into the Kataki family? I'm fine with it, and I love Waki with all my heart. Oh, that's so sweet. So it doesn't bother me that you'll be married to the mob? I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Waki first meet anyway? Good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections. Oh, we meet at my old job, actually. Ah, office romance. She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? Did you know the boss was trying to get out of the business? Really? Mr. talking about equipping a gangster? He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. Yeah, we'll have to see what he pulls, I guess. He only announced it recently out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks. I wonder if this explains that apron. I can't imagine Waki going along with that. He's highly motivated, isn't he? That's not the word I would have used. He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys will make a mark on the world. That's not the way I would have put it. His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kataki family's been making a killing recently. Again, not the way I would have put it. But Waki says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Ooh, a generation gap. You didn't have to get across to go out with the family business thing going. Usually it's the father worried about tradition. Can I ask you a question about Waki? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus. Apparently, yes. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my ops something bad. Then he just lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye. That sounded horrible. Milwaukee has always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid. I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Mr. Godwin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. Scary? I think a surgeon might make a mistake. But it's even scarier when he tries to hide it. I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Miraculous Clinic a visit. I should be getting home now. Walkie's in your hands, Mr. Justice. Right. Leave it to me. Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous. Sorry, I'm new at this, okay? Tee. It's alright. I believe in you. She said, she literally said tee. Okay. No new stuff in here. Let's examine Charlie real quick, just to be safe. Beautiful. It's Charlie the houseplant. They've had it for years, apparently. That's Mr. Charlie to you. He's been here longer, after all. Right, sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Charlie. He was raised by a tribe of heathens. True. She has something planted, she waters it. Mr. Charlie forgives you, this time. Is there anything else I might do to please his high leafiness? Oh, it all refreshed? Okay, special put on display. Where'd you get this? Anyway. Birthday present from Daddy. I was so happy. You don't know how long I wanted one of these. I fell asleep with it cradled in my arms and the spaghetti bent. Mental note, what she really wants for her next birthday, a bowl of plastic food. Trucy is amazing. A blue silk top hat just like the one Trucy's wearing. It's my trademark color, Trucy Blue. I don't think you can share with the color blue. Standing out is everything when you're up on stage, but you didn't know you've got your own color too, Hollow. Crimson Justice. Make you sound like some second-rate superhero. At least it's better than being a first-rate super zero, am I right? Some magic books made in the law books here. The magic books all look well used. The law books are just gathering dust. I feel kind of sorry for them. Maybe I'll read some next time around. Why is the stain of the table so flimsy looking? Maybe it looks better that way? Hoping for a more professional explanation. Well, maybe to show that there's no tricks involved? Not bad. I still think it just looks that it looks better that way. Okay, we got most of this last time. Let's get moving because we are gonna run out of time otherwise. Or not. Looks like Walkie's out for questioning. I really need to talk to him. I guess I'll come back later. Excuse me. Yes, the other suspect is all through with questioning, sir. The other... Ah, you mean the panty snatcher. Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him too. Alright, let's have a little chat with Mr. Stickler. Hope I don't regret this. He is a valuable witness. He's a bit precious, I'll give him that. Please, keep this brief if you would. I'm quite busy. You finish this paper. Yerk, it's you! Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you. Very well, as long as a few. Nothing could make me happier, believe me. Security guard, he stands here watching this room. I have no idea if he's listening to us talk. I'm not even sure he's breathing. So same as last time. Mr. Stickler, on the night of the murder, you stole... Wait, I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood. How exactly? Yes, that night I obtained a pair of panties, it's true. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it. Nothing more. You want to know the trick of my panties, right? You're here too? Oh, great, Trucy, teach me. I must know the secret of your panties. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please, make me your apprentice. Oh boy. Apollo, help! I don't know, I think you'd make a great, lovely assistant. Don't say that, Apollo. Could you relate what you saw on the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not? Though it hardly differs from the testimony given in court. The defendant was there in the park that night with us, of this I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol, or something like that, at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two, let's resolve this like gentlemen." The next moment, a shot was fired. And this is all true, really. My panties are gone, my innermost heart revealed. What further reason could I possibly have to lie? I can't think of anything he'd want to hide more than panty snatching, that's true. It sounds like Walkie was at the scene of the crime after all. How I wish it weren't so. Fine. Ignore my evidence. See if I care. One of you's thinking on second thought, let's not go there. Stickler sounds like Pegasus. That sounds reasonable. Eldoon's house, maybe? Let's go to the clinic first. Work our way back. June 16th, Eldoon's house. Hey, it's Mr. Eldoon. Oh, Mr. Eldoon! What's wrong? So you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. Ah. But now it's a crime scene. They won't let me have it back. It's also why I'm here. I don't have a place to go. I see. How can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's why I don't get Trucy doll. Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell you. Bah. Can't you cook an honest noodle? Even in death? You mean the victim, Dr. Maractus? I tell you, it's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Remind me never to eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. That stand for generations it served up the very best noodles Eldoons could make. A tradition of noodles and salty broth. More than a stand, it's history, I tell you. I was going to say it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Eldoon. A single stand passed down from generation to generation. Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it. That's right, you said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it? Good memory, Trucy doll. Ah, I was a go-getter back in my day. Until my friend next door butted in. I'm sorry. In the end, I was off nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune. Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry. But what exactly did you do before you became a chef? Ugh. Let old noodles lie, that's what I say. Just having an idea of what he did anyway. He stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles. And now I don't even have that. So was he a doctor? Mr. Eldoon, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus Clinic? I couldn't know what sense of enmity there. Enmity? Yeah, I hate him. Or hated. I'm acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud. Excuse me? He's the only doctor at the clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, eh? I'll tell you the secret to his success. The mob. You mean the Kentucky family? They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business. So he started giving the Kentucky family a deal. A deal? Every 5th operation for free. He stole the idea from my pops. 1 free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say. Can doctors decide to do that? What about the insurance company? Won't somebody think of the insurance companies? No. I won't. Oh, no doubt it's illegal. But it got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town, leaving me here in the dark, up to my neck in soupy noodles. I think I figured out Mr. Eldoon's former occupation. Can't ask Apollo. Mr. Eldoon, or should I say Dr. Eldoon? Oh, his outfit is like Scrubs. This is a Scrubs. Figured it out, did ya? That's right, I was a doctor. A surgeon. Until the year before last. Mr. Maractus was your rival? You like those onions they put in the soup broth? Yeah, kind of. Take a spoon, you drink some broth. Those onions will find their way in there. People will like them. Why? That's just fine. People will hate them. I hate onions. Hate them. Always sneak it in from the side, getting in the way of a good tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was. An onion. Onion boy, that's what I called him. Really got to him too. So you weren't exactly friends. Huh. Me and Pal Maractus. Ever since preschool we were getting each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough he'd come following along. And he'd do it better than me. Just blow right past without so much as a howdy. I see. That's right, I was a surgeon long before he was, you know. And then no good onion blood comes along. Well, Trucy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect. Don't say that! Thanks, man, I was supposed to trade my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. No, it's fine. Wave apology. You ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by. Huh? You're investigating Maractus, aren't you? Yes? Well, you want to know about a doctor. You ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, Trucy doll. Right. Thanks, Mr. Eldoon. Huh. I guess the time spent listening to the complaint wasn't entirely wasted. It wasn't wasted at all, actually. Clever wording there. I was like, what's up with this typo? Trying to comment out a Maractus as a doctor instead of a chance, you know. True. Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure. What about the guard? No harm in asking. Excuse me. Hey, it's Yuji from yesterday. Same officer that was standing by the park yesterday. Your business over in the park, isn't it? The clinic's off limits, it's not involved. But what part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park, or beat it. I'm not asking, no gain either. Okay. So park it is. Well, mansion and park, I should say. Is Plum here today, I wonder? She is. Hello, Plum. Yipe, she's back. Hey, you too, over here. Us? Yo, little Plum, what's up? I think all this gangstery is like negative influence on Trucy. She said, what's up? I heard you retrieved my bloomers. Well, I was just doing... Ugh. A man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you? Yes, sorry, I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly. I'll deal with you later. But enough about bloomers. What about my son, Waki? Waki, well, he's, clearly... Yes, ma'am. I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. He's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm gonna be gangster, dude. Life does have an appeal for that age. Particularly for boys. What? Don't look at me like that. He was shot in a turf war about half a year ago. Yes, we heard the story from Waki. But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. What? That's like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know, I'm his mom. Her words have a certain weight to them. Hopefully it was all taken care of. He and the boss and sort out their differences. The boss, Miwaki's father. They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? It's true, one of our pistols is missing. So the murder weapon was from this mansion. We kind of figured given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days. None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Waki could have taken it. I see. I'm sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change. Doesn't seem too concerned, at least. Yeah, Waki's fiancé. They're getting married next month, correct? Suppose. You've been staying over lately. You don't look too happy about that, little Plum. How'd you guess? Even I could tell. Could you tell us more about her? Waki brought her home one day, says he wants to tie the knot. You can see why, she's so pretty. She's pretty enough, but you know... Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in this business too long, and you start to only see darkness in people. You need a nose for it. A nose for people, a nose for trouble. Huh. I wonder what the problem is. It's like a Gangster's-only version of female intuition. The boss may act tough, but the boy means the world to him. Waki seems, well, seems like he's against his father's position. It's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more on the up and up. Waki's not too enthusiastic for the change, it's true. Why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? It pays. But we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. I see. Huh. Something must be up. You'll see things the way the boss sees them. Someday. Maybe this knife belongs to Waki. Oh, that's his knife, alright. Bought it for him for his birthday. I told you it wasn't a shiv. It's a pretty hardcore person. I remember him falling asleep with it clutched in his arms. Oh, I know the feeling. I'll bet he was just as happy as I was with my plastic spaghetti. So it just belongs to the Kentucky family, is that correct? It's one of the pieces we keep around. That is, we used to keep around. They're all gone now. Oh? It was yesterday and took everything. Everything from my broom. Don't you think you should have given them that too? You kidding? Can't clean up very well without a broom. She's still going at it! Crazy. Okay, let's go into the park, and we'll see if we can dig something up, because this is getting funky. Let's see. Poor Mr. Aldune, his stand's been standing here since this whole thing started. Almost looks at home here in the park now. I think it should be made into a playhouse for children. I think its owner would disagree. Oh, yeah, no, for sure. I'm just surprised they didn't keep like a second, like, you know, keep that on a separate layer and just like drop that interaction from the screen is all I'm saying. Man, you can put a place at the body. I think I've seen him at the police station. Well, he's forced to look at the ground now, day in, day out. It's kind of sad. Okay, the stand. Remember what Wesley Slicker said in the trial today? Waki was very likely pointing this at the victim, like he wanted to kill him. Yeah, that's the problem. How to get in the ground then? A trash can sits next to the path here. And I guess now we know it was Mr. Stickler who hit Little Plum's bloomers here, huh? That's right, Tracy. What a web of lies grew from that one little act. I still remember that moment. Oops. Did I hit a button? We're good? I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay, we're good. He brandished his bloomers on high and shouted, "Objection!" Here's what I want you to do, Tracy. Take that memory, lock it, gently lock it deep in your heart, and never speak of it. Okay, so not much. Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, we got the last time. A little urban oasis that children come here to splash around the water. The river's a little deep for splashing and a little dirty. Well, we could listen to the water and pretend they were playing. Okay, interesting. Okay. I wonder if Phoenix is back now? Interesting. Thought we did all of our dialogue. Any leads? One moment. Shazam! Alakazam! Whoa, evidence keeps flying out of nowhere. Ta-da! That's all. Neat, huh? Yeah, real neat. Okay, it doesn't put Walkie in a very good position, does it? So the crime, that's pretty clear. There's gotta be a different angle on this. Okay. Let's see if Walkie's back, I guess. That would help. There we go, okay. I was hoping to meet with my clients. Walkie-talkie's just finished questioning, I'll bring him out. Great, finally. Yo, sup, my little imposter? My little imposter? You sussy baka. Eek, what did you call me? Dazam, it's you. Sorry, G. Thought you were Alita. My little imposter sure is a strange nickname. That is a strange nickname. Second, sorry, got my dashboard going. Okay. It's a clink thing, you wouldn't understand. Did I say imposter? I meant poster, like poster girl, I think I nailed it. I think I nailed it. She's with the Rivales family. If we're gonna drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her girl? Because she's so much more than that. She's like an angel, a fallen angel. So, what can I do you for? You don't look so chipper today, Walkie. Worried about your heart condition, maybe? That was the wackest thing of all. She's lined up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than fade away, Bazoy. Relief to hear. Eh? What's the relief? Did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your hearts, if not attend to immediately, could kill you. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. A man fights to protect what's valuable to me, you know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. Hey, you get Alita for me. You're my lawyer, aren't you? A lawyer, not gopher. So, I hear you'll be married next month. Straight up, we poured the nuptial 40 out in the stoop. Alita, oh, Snapple cakes. She's so fine. What is happening? I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way. I was wondering, how'd you two meet? I asked Tiala, but she was very vague. Huh? Well, man, if she wouldn't tell you. I'm best hold my tongue, you feel me? What? Man, what's past is past, she knows that. I'm not with Alita. I feel like there's things worth protecting out there. You feel me? My Alita, she's down with all that all the way. Huh. Both know mom about their past. Interesting. You could tell us what happened with you in Palmaractus? Something you should know. Wikitakians are having what you might call a feud with the Rivales family. So about 6 months back, going to Rivales turf, packing a knife, right? And you were shot? Coldest thing I ever seen. One shot to the heart, but my homies weren't too late. It was a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Wikitaki family, you know that? So you're taken to the clinic, then you should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know? Hate to have been in the doctor's shoes. Mr. Wikitaki's scared up when he's not angry. But the bullet that hit you, it was never removed? And it's still threatening his life. That doctor, he did it on purpose. The Rivales paid him off, I'm sure of it. I need to remember the night of the murder, that much is clear. Well, life in the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. I'm not even sure what a G thing is. My old man, he's gone soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money. Isn't that a good thing? Man, there ain't no soul in making money. He's right. Better to live fast and die young. For shizzle. Wait till I run the yard. Then everyone will know what time it is. That's right. OG time all the time. Represent. Oh, why was you talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Trizzy. Interesting. I'll please open the pistol and the knife. They belong to the family. Let's talk about that night. Yo, what's up, Fox? You know it is. So the killer Mr. Stickler said he saw the night was, I guess it was me, and I was there after all. Oh, we're finished. Yo, Walkie, do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night? You don't beat around the bush, do you? I like your style, shorty. Alright, here we go. Details, please. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. Huh? They had to check up when I found out about the bullet. When I found out about the bullet in my heart, I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured to give the doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. Uh-oh. I don't know where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you? Oh, that? Yeah, well, never can be too careful, what did I say? Oh, awesome! Yeah, we played the original trilogy 2022 or early last year, one of the two. And the Apollo Justice trilogy just dropped, so there's three more games remastered on Steam. On my way to the clinic, right? Well, I run him in the park and he's dragging this noodle stand behind him. Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? If you value your life, you'll bring the stand. Shorty, you're more whack than I am. I'm not saying something. But I was serious. Thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. You don't remember? But the way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night, then I guess it probably was me who did it, you know what I'm saying? What? I was hoping you'd show up. Oh. Phoenix is MIA. There we go. Okay. Progress. A crowd over the park. Looking at the people in the crime scene. Why are those girls screaming? I think I just heard one say, "Oh my god, it's him, it's Gavin." Oh wait, that motorcycle. Hey, if it isn't hair forehead. Prosecutor Gavin. Some fans found my way out, just my luck. Oh my god, he's so cool. What's the screams? New album just came out, you know? Try waving to them, they love it. Ooh, he's so cute! They're so excited, it doesn't matter who waves to them. See? This is surreal. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home. When my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. Clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad, it looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe I could break just from that. It's my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. No. Clogged exhaust and they won't run. This is important, though. This is important for the timeline, potentially. If we know there was the clogged exhaust in the other car in the Maractus garage, we know it couldn't have run after a certain point. Machines. Tell me you say you're sharing my angst, Tear Forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. In any event, I'm off to the shop to get her fixed. The detective in charge of the scenes didn't fall to me in any case. The detective? You mean the one in the lab coat? Yeah. She's in a foul mood, too. Be gentle. Oh, feed your same, baby. Oh my god, there he goes! Even funnier because he's literally walking his bike. He's not riding that motorcycle off. He's like, oh my god, he's so cool. And the forecast for the park today. Gloomy skies. Yes, exactly. Well, nothing to do but head on in. What's at the park, Apollo? Alright, let's go. Alright, let's get some quality time with Emma. June 16th, People Park. Huh? Also, yeah, so general apologies if the game uses non-English languages that I'm not familiar with, and I butcher pronunciations of things, I'm so sorry in advance. And for prior. Does something about this scene look different to you? I will always do my best, but I'm not always up. The blue types are gone. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there. The white frock detective from yesterday. She seems to be apologizing reverently to the trash can. She's under a lot of stress. The investigation is probably not going so well. Hey, you there! If you're gonna talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please. Oh, that's this guy. Hello. You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable, miserable. I just got a new kit and I can't get this stuff to work. Everyone's all smiles for that glamorous fob. Hey, as long as we're all trying, right? That's the important part. I love learning languages when I have the time, but there are too many languages, and I don't always have the time. So I always appreciate if ever I get something wrong, let me know. Should mean Prosecutor Gavin? More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous? When he walks, his shiny chains catch the sun and glimmer into my eyes. It's distracting. Speaking of distracting, I guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. Sounds like she's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Alright, let's hear that one. Like this guy, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details. Well, he helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me. Yep. Incidents? I can't stand when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe, but you're a detective now. Well, I failed the test. But, you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. I've always thought that too. My heart's full of science. That's why I bought this kit through mail order. I'm gonna test here before the forensics team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? I won't lie, I am not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always run me the wrong way. Glamorous? Right. Prosecutor should be cool. Wit and furrowed a brow. Edgeworth. Less glamorous and more simmerous, you know? No, actually, I don't. Well, that what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge. Really? He was the one? I mean, you didn't know? I thought you were one of his boys. I'm neither a boy nor one of his. Let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. And investigate. It's better you learn it for yourself anyway. Oh. No. The hyperspeed is so funny. Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that? Ooh, you want to know? Do you? Well, I splurged on a new toy. You splurged? Do you mean it wasn't police issue? What is it? I see a roller and glue? This is a footprint analysis kit. Footprint? It was raining the night of the murder, which means that footprints are left. Oh, having anything to do with those blue tarps? Right, the ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance? Aha, so with that kit. Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all. Oh, we're your friends. Yeah, to tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. Could use your help. Ooh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Okay, let's do it. Try it. Alright, that's the spirit. Alright, allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kit. Why does this not fill me with confidence? First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, shoe print we want to analyze. Take liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park. Well, which should we start with? Let's start with... Yep, okay. Shoe prints are prepared to be examined. Ooh, this is so exciting. Right, here goes. First, pour the plaster into the print until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Okay. Like this. It doesn't look too hard. Okay, I'm gonna plaster you before you're done. You have to start over. Okay. This is aggressively DS minigame. Not bad. You're handier with that than you look. What's that supposed to mean? On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Yes. I wonder if this was originally like blowing into the DS mic. Yeah, give it a shot. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, very nice. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Wait for the next step. Use the roll with ink just to shoot print apart. I feel like you're playing WarioWare. Alright, now the moment you all been waiting for. Let's take our print. Ready? Here goes. Yo, let's go. Let's see if we get a match. Now, how do we have the footprints? Boom. Come back. That's a bingo. The shoe prints belong to Wakikitaki after all. He was in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Ugh, nothing feels better. She's definitely way more into this than I am. Just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here solving the case. Or science. Well, that certainly brightens your mood. I'm curious if it wasn't Rivala's gang, but if it was Big Boss Kitaki trying to save, like get back at Maractus for, like, putting his son's life in danger. Okay, gone. Under red touch the sky, but yeah. Oh, you know, I think I see something there. A print. Yes, a print. I would like to examine the shoe print, please. Yes, there we go. Right on. Leave the print and analyze, I say. Pick which print you want to analyze. Let's print this. Let's see this one. This one's funny. Okay, looking good. Let's take out the mold. Huh, that's a good one. Next, the ink. This has got to be the sandal with the leaf on it. Yep. Huh. That's a funny shoe print. We know this one very well. Is it even a shoe? It is strange, so smooth, except for the part with the leaf. I can say, without even looking, this print doesn't match any print on our list. Huh, mystery print. Okay, I'll have to go get the thing. This print is far too smoothly for a regular shoe. There's a shoe print of some kind, though, that's certain. So it's a wonder what it's doing here. Right next to the noodle stand. Does make one wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind, something that might have left this mystery shoe print. This mystery shoe print does remind me of something. We don't have it right now, though. No, sorry, no idea. Too bad. I wonder what it is. That's so good. So it was almost slippery, like a slipper. Get it? Well, if you think of something, I'm all ears. All right. Detective Sky, mind if we give it another shot? I believe you're beginning to appreciate the wonder that is forensic science. Now to pick which print you want to analyze. All right, here we go. Okay, looking good. Next, to dry the plaster. The double mold. Huh, yeah, that's a good one. Next, the ink. Okay, let's see if we can get a match. And that is a bingo. Alright, so Walkie and Stickler are matching as expected. Alright, the final version at least. Now we know the Panty Snatcher was standing. Okay, let's see if we can go here and grab that out of the thing again. Yep, it's still there, thankfully. This trash can, this is where we found the mirror. I think of it. Was there something else in here? Something near the bottom? Look at the paint on these. That means these must have ended up in here after Mr. Wright's accident. Maybe they're connected. Let's pick them up. What happened to the pocket space yesterday? Whatever. It is what it is. We have them now. That's important. Alright, we can do this out of this dialogue. Mystery prints. There we go. I think I have our culprit right here.
Take that!
Well, I think it's these slippers, actually. Slippers? What would slippers be doing out here? Look at the bottom, see? It's covered with paint, except for... See? Right here. Hey, that spot should look like a leaf. What if a leaf was stuck on the bottom and came out from the slippers left in paint? Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. The Miraculous Clinic? Exactly. The victim's clinic. Wait, but that means that someone from the clinic was involved? Why is she just standing there eating? Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. What? Can you get us access into the clinic? The police won't let us in. They said the murder and the clinic are not connected. And it's off limits until we prove they are. I should be able to do something for you, yes. Really? Well, you did my work for me here at the Shoe Prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to the police officer on duty. Detective Sky's orders. Add to the corporate. Allow clinic access to this magician and attorney in Prosecutor Gavin's name. Right, Miraculous Clinic, here comes justice. Well, this song is good. Oh, that's so funny. She put a little heart by her name. How cute. Isn't she a little old for cute? Apollo, shame on you. Cute is eternal. Cute is timeless. No matter how old a woman gets, she always carries a little innocent maiden inside her. Really now, I suppose. I've never heard it put quite that way before. When I said my name, I always put in a little diamond. Trucy, right. See? Cute, don't you think? A little confusing. A lot of people think your middle name is Diamond? Hey, you could write your name like Apollo equals justice. I do like justice, but let's take it a bit far. Oh, the blue badger. Let's go. Progress is being made very rapidly. Here we go. June 16th, Eldune's house. Ah, YouTube again. When, oh, when will you learn? Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look what we have. What's this? Detective Sky. Yesterday it was Prosecutor Gavin. Today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two? Really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Alright, Miraculous Clinic itself. Here we go. New area. Okay, noodle bowls inside. And 2 new shoes, and missing the slippers. Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? This place has a connection to the murder in the park, I'm sure of it. This guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived, the police team's gone home for the day. Might be some clues lying around? Let's get cracking, Apollo. A lot going on here. Look at all these bowls. They're from Eldune's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty. Then I think we figured out something out. I think we have. This Schulte must do takeout. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we got our first clue, Tracy. Look, this door says doctor's office. I think this is the victim's private office. It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. These little bike locks, I don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell two people about. Apollo? That sound, it came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Hello, Bloom. New viewer. Welcome in, new viewer. How's it going? First time? I'm a variety streamer, and we stream a lot of types of games. We're doing a lot of visual novels right now, or visual novel adjacent stuff. So welcome in. How's it going? Check it out, Tracy. A break-in! Goes up through that window. Wait, Apollo, you're too late to catch them now. Your experience the panty snatcher chase you're talking. Well, we show the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right. She's better at this than I am. Well, at least we're certain. This clinic and our murder cases are looking pretty related now. I agree. Okay, let's see. Spilled drink is weird. Books papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. The burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk is lying on the side, huh? The juice that's spilled out of that cup, it's dry. So the messing that wasn't our burglar just now. Someone knocked the cup over a while ago and left it. Okay. Interesting. What a cute little safe. Huh, let's take a 4-digit lock. Oh god. Oh god. Someone's already entered it in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9, wait, do you think that burglar just now was trying to open it? I wonder what's inside the safe. Is there any way you can figure out the last 2 numbers? Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record? Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers? I wonder. No such luck. That'll be a bit too lucky, don't you think? Well, I suppose. If only there was something that could finger which buttons have been pressed. Maybe there's a way after all. Oh, there is. There is. That was a really good hint. I forgot we could actually present that here. Seen better days? That doesn't make sense either. That doesn't. Normally, burglars are looking for valuables, right? That's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So why look under a potted plants? Maybe they're looking for the key to the safe? Heard me putting house keys on under plants with the key to a safe? Then maybe the burglar's looking for the house keys. This is getting more fast. Kind of an expensive looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bowl's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. But why is it standing up on the floor like that then? Hey, look at the cord. Huh? There's a red splosh in part of the cord. I think that's blood? A little bright for blood, almost pinkish. Something is definitely auto with this thing, that's for sure. Okay, good. Huge dubs all around. Whoa, what are those? The wall is covered with beakers. Eek, something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. Hey, look yourself. You can't... Oh. It's a goldfish. Oh, they're all fish. So many kinds. What is on this? Had a 6 sense of humor. Okay. Well, be good otherwise. Alright, 2 things left. Open window. Window's ajar. That must be how our burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here? Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. Give it a month myself. We're broken, obviously need to break in today. Alright. Back at this. There is. Very aggressive hint, but hey. Well, didn't know what button have been pressed. We can use this to find out what the next 2 numbers are. Alright, sorry.
Take that!
You press the buttons, you have to touch them. With your finger, right? Well, you could use a glove. Trucy's literally has a glove right now. Okay, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. There we go. You can see the oily finger residues clearly. Look at 7 and 9. These are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. Okay, we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. Hey, let's go. It opened. Whoa! It's like a bullet hole. So the bullet sticking out of it. Why is that in the middle of a safe? No, the bullet came out. Tip's all squished. Not surprising given that it was fired into a metal safe. This bullet's got a story behind, that's for sure. Okay, oh my god. That's evidence. We should be taking that. This looks like a medical chart? X-ray in here with it. An X-ray. Huh. Can't make heads or tails of it. Can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. The names are easy to have to read. Look, by patient it says Waki-Kataki. This is Waki, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be here in the safe? Let's see. The physical signature says Palmaractus. What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alita Tiala. Oh. Alita Tialita is Waki's fiancée. That's one Ida too many, Apollo. Apollo. I was like, oh, weird. Weird typo. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic? Odd, she neglected to mention that before now. Oh, this is wild. I'm sure she had a reason. So Alita Tiala worked at the Maractus clinic. And she had access to Waki-Kataki's medical chart. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. Wait. You got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. Who could help us decipher this? Dr. Eldoon, perhaps? Signed by Nurse Alita Tiala. Wilds. These must be the slippers for the patients at the clinic. Same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing on the rack here, too. And ours have paint on the bottoms, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Right. Paint's from the hit and run, after all. What were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. There's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus? You'd think they'd use his house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this patient or visitor isn't still here, why did they leave without their shoes? Wow, there's a lot going on here. We're getting so much information. Okay, now it's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. Okay. Well, okay, let's get out of here. There's a lot that just happened. We could absolutely just swarm with info. Can we get something with a little more music, please? No? We're out of music now? Okay. That's fine. Oh. Eldoon is in here. This cord runs to the lamp, but has a red stain on it. I don't want to left that stain. Wait, I know, maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped. Why did I even write their name on a lamp cord? He's showing me my magic ropes. That's fair. The bulb is broken. It won't turn on. Oh, how is it broken? Don't touch that. You'll cut yourself. Eek! Yeah, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. My finger. Back. You're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait. Magic blood. Gotcha. Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my coworkers injuring themselves in the evidence. Ugh, Trussy's so good. She's entirely too powerful. Okay, interesting. Squishy boy. Wow, it's all mushed. This is one tough save. You know, it looks kind of yummy. Huh? Like a muffin. Oh, I was thinking a muffin. Ice cream caramel. She doesn't have an active imagination, Trucy. She's too powerful. Oh, hold on. Prince spotted. Good. Hey, Apollo, you think this is... Huh. This could be a toe print. Maybe we can get a print off of this? Let's try it out. Let's go. Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? But wait, I mean, you got the prints, but is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. If there is, that just gotta give it to us, which means we can't match this print. This seems like a good time to ask the detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. Kitaki, Tiela, 4649, Bullet Lodge near Hearts 27. Well, the time of the decision is upon us. Which one of our two jailbirds do you want to talk to? Excuse me. Both attendees are currently in questioning to corroborate their accounts, Mr. Stickler and Mr. Kitaki, both of them. I pity the questioner. I guess we'll be back then. Alright, yes we will. I guess it is time. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how'd you know? You can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Actually, I was analyzing face prints. I mean... These sandals, that's quite a clear print there. A toe print. We don't know whose toe it is. Oh, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All we need is the same sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Oh, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person wore both. Huh. Oh! Let's just... Yeah. Detective Sky, can you compare the sample with this other prints? Off of this, perhaps? I did say toe print sample, didn't I? Oh, sorry. Oops. My bad. My bad. I jumped the gun on that. I thought we had done this before. We did not. Oh, you mean a toe print? Yes, good call, Apollo. Alright, match the prints, let's match it. Yeah. Ah, the slippers. That's quite a clear print there, a toe print. We don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? Yeah, right. Oh, yep, right. So if the prints matched, you'd know the same person were both. I do.
Take that!
This pair of sandals, toe print and all. Ooh, the print of these is nice and clear too. It makes the job easy. Can you analyze it for us? Of course. Hang on. Bingo! Gosh, I'm good. Hey, we're the ones who found the prints. Perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or do you already know? I can't say, not yet. Well, it's one big step closer to the truth. So, Lita. Petra Sky, I was wondering about this. Ah, Trissy, wait! What? This bullet was inside the safe, right? That means that the police don't know about it yet. Oh, right. We can use this in the trial tomorrow. I repeat myself every time. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do so quietly. Same deal there, then. Thank you, Emma. Oh, the Neil Dune's back now? No, interesting. So we couldn't. The bulb's broken. Right, strange, isn't it? Really? I break bulbs all the time. My desk is a mess and my lamp's always falling over. Not too bright, huh? Ouch. It's always kind of odd. I do too. This Texas Sky, I was wondering about this. Okay, yeah, same deal from them. It's our secret weapon in tomorrow's trial for sure. Clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? If you're gonna talk behind someone's back and do it quietly. What else do we have to do, I guess? What other actions do we have to take? Go back to the clinic, I guess? If we'd been in there 1 second earlier, we might have met the burglar. But Apollo, what would we have said if we did see them? We can't exactly shout out, "Hey, who are you?" It does lack a certain punch. Let's think of something cool to say for the next time we do meet a burglar. Was he at home, maybe? Shildun's house has seen better days, and I'm betting I've eaten better noodles. We haven't tried them yet, though. These were Nick and Maya's favorite. Kyle Dune's dog doesn't look too lively. They say dogs and owners resemble each other, and I guess there are exceptions. Okay. What else do we have to do? I'm probably missing something relatively obvious. The old lady's at it again. Look, I told you yesterday the park's off limits, and I told you yesterday this is how I go home. Okay. You want to go around? How would give me $5 like yesterday? The con artist strikes again. Did you go back to the hospital yet, actually? There we are, finally. I was like, hold up. Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. You here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. What's the detective's guy say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wrights, tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know. You certainly don't waste any time and get into the point. Alright. Let's go. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes, he was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old, it's still high school. He took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know? They let people become lawyers at 17. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. In my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all? That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What they were saying in the news about forged evidence? I mean... They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forged attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true, but what about what happened in my first trial? There's a single piece of forged evidence. Evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. Doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. So he doesn't want to talk about accusations of forgery for now. Oops. Especially to be so thoroughly ignored for a change. Additional grape juice. What's this here? Brand of grape juice. Me? I haven't been able to touch the stuff since that first case. Not a problem, Mr. Wright, apparently. Okay. Maybe detention center? Or all Dune's back, maybe? Oops. Sorry, I meant to go to the detention center. Beautiful. Don't cry, Angel. Daddy's back and Daddy's... Oh, you again. Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, Man! I'm all in a funk and it's his fault. One can only assume that his father had to teach him a lesson and failed, clearly. You two got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. your father. Man, my old man's whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob over my dead body. I spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG, never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kataki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to be going to jail for my sake. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about warranty guilty charges. What if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, you feel me, shorty? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. If I have learned one thing today, it's that silence speaks louder than words. Walkie, you don't have to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Tiala. Yeah, a birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad. So cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Yep, Alita sandal. Oh, that was nice. A little flash. Okay. What's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait, that's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? Look, he gets it, Apollo. Take a closer look. Here, in particular. Where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala? Huh. You lawyers do your homework. So, you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So? What's a bit about the circumstance of your meeting? Fine, fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. There we go. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. I was ready to die, sure, but they came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks. The miraculous clinic? That's where I met her. My fallen angel. You mean Alita Tiala? She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say. Bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with that clinic anyhow, so I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What'd she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet, like on the down low, you know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. So that was the proposal. You know it. An oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later. Bye. Not that op. Yeah, it didn't go so well after all, did it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying? But didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I'd get that cat pulled after I got my revenge, and hey, I'm still living right large now, aren't I? Incidentally, had you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea we all gotta get checkups. It's getting old. Older, I mean. Man, that is so far off the hook, it's off the chain, G. Okay. Maybe Alita's here? No. Maybe Aldune's back finally. There we go. Mr. Aldune, we've been looking for you. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he's a doctor still. Mr. Aldune, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Aldune. Look at this. Huh? A medical chart. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Aldune? What? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Whoa! Well, for me to speak as a surgeon, it was all a wig? I thought it, what? You listen up good now, son. No way, it's like he's a completely different person. Whoa. According to this chart, this walkie-talkie fella's not doing so well. Got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bug is snug as a... The bullet's snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that's scrap metal just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be eager to fiddle with. You mean... It took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. Went to making rabbits disappear, I haven't learned bullets yet. Force the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year, tops. But Walkie's operation was already a half year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial, he should be on an operating table. Great, just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. On the emergency operation, you got the kid's chest open on the table, then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trilogy Doll. Cold despair. Despair? About all he could do was sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in a situation to go admit he couldn't take it out. The Gatakis, you bet. This kid's the only son, I hear. So he skips the operation while he's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened. It's just horrible. He both want you to die. They're the darkness in this world, Trilogy Doll. Waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these gangs turf wars are like kid games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. They'll take you all the same. You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eltoon? You could operate on walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. Trauma Center theme starts playing. So, Walkie is real lucky to be alive even now. No. Some problem. Apollo? This chart? Look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala. That's right, this operation was how they met. The problem is she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed. Why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make sense. If she knew her patient was in serious danger, you'd think she'd want to get the second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking, Apollo? What were you thinking, Alita Tiala? Oh, man, this is heat. I think it's the Rivala's gang. I think she's maybe Alita Tiala of the Rivala's gang. That's my current read. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But dang. Okay, folks. Thank you for being here. This has been an absolute blast. Great case. Great case. It's we like dove right in. I really do appreciate in this game. We've gone all the way in very rapidly. There was not like case 1 went pretty hard, and case 2 has not felt like a tutorial to me. I think in a lot of Dash 2s have felt very just sort of like good, simple setup, and this has been a little denser than that, I think. We've been getting some pretty hefty density right away. So really enjoy that, really appreciate what we're doing here. This has been good stuff. In any case, stream folks, hold up, both on YouTube and Twitch. On YouTube VODs, though, this goes up as a separate VOD. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you enjoyed the VOD. If you did, consider subscribing below to find more VODs from us, including the playlist up there, which has more Ace Attorney videos. There are links to the channels around here as well, and down below links to the stream on Twitch as well as the Discord. Discord is the place to be for updates, stream start times, and more. So make sure you drop by the Discord and or join us live Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we'll see you on the stream. Until next time, enjoy yourselves. Peace. Good news though, Waffles, don't forget I will be gone. I forgot to post a schedule. I will post a schedule tomorrow. I'll be gone from Thursday till Tuesday. Unless this miracle convention IRL stream comes together, which will be very short anyway. So, for those of you who are curious what's going on, hi, I'm Essel. Thanks for being here. But I'm traveling starting Thursday. I'll be back next Tuesday. So we'll be missing the Thursday, Sunday, and Monday streams. So sorry about that. We'll be back for Tuesday stream. If we're back very early Tuesday, we should be very good to do Tuesday stream, unless I'm like totally dead for some reason. If I get sick at a convention, it's a convention. It's possible. That we'll address that then. But otherwise, expect a stream on Tuesday. If we don't finish this case tomorrow, we'll do that. Either way, we'll probably not be starting Persona right on Tuesday because I'm tired. I'll probably be very tired. And I don't know if we'll be ready for Persona. We'll find out, basically. Anyway, I also might have ambitions of doing some soundproofing before Persona starts. Because the echo is, I don't know. I need to double check the VODs. My impression is that it's not great. So if I can get just something to help deaden that a little bit, that would be helpful. So we shall see what we can do. But let's expect to start Persona before the end of the month, certainly. If not next week, then the following week. So stay tuned. We're also going to schedule a Katamari soon because we finished SMRPG. So post-game Katamari is, of course, the rule. We'll do that on a Sunday. Next Sunday, maybe? Figure it out. But that's what I got. Thank you all for being here. If you have any thoughts or suggestions, of course, let me know. Like I said, stay tuned for the potential. It'll probably be a video, not a stream, if I do a convention content situation. Just because, like, logistically, streams are tougher. But stay tuned. Anything's possible. It's possible I do a little experimental stream on the convention floor for the sake of just trying that out, seeing how that goes. Again, I don't know quite how it's going to work, though, because I don't know. It'll be ad hoc if it comes together. Video, more likely, afterward. We'll see. Thank you all for being here. I'll be back tomorrow night with more of this. Hopefully we'll finish the case up. I think we should be good to go. Thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll see you all then. Until next time, enjoy yourself tonight. Get some rest. Peace.